What's good, YouTube? I'm here right now to show you how to switch the snaps on a snapback cat. Like if your dog ate it, chewed it up, I don't care, whatever. But my tutorial right here is going to show you how to do it. Alright, you people, in order to do the snap switch, you're going to have a glue gun with some extra glue sticks, which should be right here, just in case you run out. See, I don't got that much left. And you're gonna have to have a wall outlet to plug it in, as you can see right there. So you're gonna have to plug this in for about I'd say a minute. No, what the heck, not a minute, like I'd say 3 minutes. Have it plugged in at least before starting, so that the glue is like not really hard and like cold. You want it to be like hot so you can move it a little bit if you have to. And you don't want to have one of those crazy glue guns. You just want to have a crappy one, $5, Walmart, whatever, Rite Aid, whatever spanks your monkey. And then you have to have an X-Acto knife of some sort. It doesn't matter, or you can have a razor blade. It doesn't even matter. But I'm using this because I'm cool, I guess. You're going to need that to rip the stitching, or you could use a seam ripper, I think. I have one of those. I don't like to use it because it takes a lot longer. And you're going to have a snap that you could put on your new hat, of course. And you're going to have a hat to put the snap on. Otherwise, what good is the whole thing? This is one of my friend's hats. I've repaired a couple from my couple hats for kids from my school that they always end up ripping the snap off. I don't know how. I've never done that, and I have like 30 hats. I'll make a hat video one of these days. But this is my first video, so I hope to get this going more. So this is one of my friend's hats, Jake, and he ripped the snap off. I don't know how. Probably wrestling with his dog, but he's a weird kid. But then, so we're gonna start by showing you how to get the snap like this. Like, you see how it's disconnected and everything? Get the light shine on it. So, you're probably wondering, when the hat's like this, you're like, oh no, if you rip the snap off, no, then you're done. Then your hat's useless. No, it's not. Okay. The snap may be useless, as look at how much space room is left from right here and right here on the end of the snap. See? Way longer on this one. Way shorter on this one. This one you could still use, but it won't turn out as good. You'd have to go out quite a few snaps out this way. Quite a few snaps hanging off. Otherwise it would be fine, but it won't look very good. So I'd recommend getting a new snap. Go to the thrift store, find some crappy gay trucker hat or whatever that has a decent looking snap on it. I have a bunch, but I'm starting to run out because I've done like a couple of people's hats and I didn't have that many to start with, but I had like 10. I have like 3 left now. But so I'm gonna show you how to get this snap like this off the hat. So I only have one side to do it on here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull the snap back like this a little bit, and you see, if you put your thumb over on this part, you can see in there, like where in this little crack, like you'll be able to see with your hat better. But you're just gonna want to get your razor blade flat and go in that little crack and cut, and you can hear it. Just cut in that little crack, and then it comes out like that. It's really easy, so it's not even hard. Just cut like that. Yeah. So now we have the, okay, so look at the sides. This side compared to that side. See all this extra junk hanging off there? That's what you're supposed to glue it on, so it will end up looking like this. So the 2 lines will show. That's good. Or like at least 1 line will show and a little bit of the second. That's the best, but it's supposed to have this much room glued in. You see where this little crack is right here and here? Where my fingernail is? Okay, that's about where you want to have it all the way in. So that's a good little marker for you. There's all kinds of little tricks on the hat that you can learn and find that will help you do the job better. So now you have it like this. Now it looks great. I mean, new swag right here, obviously. Okay, well, we got this snap, and it's gonna be like this-ish, kinda. Well, no, it's not gonna be like that. But, it will be on once we're done perfectly. Okay, so you're just going to want to, you see how there's a bunch of strings hanging off and everything here? Yeah, you're just going to want to clean all those off with a razor blade and pull them off if you can. If you can't, cut them off. I'm just going to do it right now. Try to keep in front of the camera, maybe. Not that much on this hat. That's good. Oh yeah, and this side where you ripped it off, it's not all the way cut. So you're just going to want to, okay, see how it is now? You're going to want to flip it inside out and then go on the inside where the snap was originally and just cut out. There you go. Open. It doesn't take a lot of brains to do this, guys. It's pretty freaking easy. You'll be able to do this no problem. I believe in you. Okay, so let's finish cutting all these little threads off. Sorry, I really hope you like this tutorial even a little, or I don't really care if you like it actually. I hope it helps you. So, if you like this tutorial, make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I can do all the kinds of modifications on hats, except like stitching a new logo on, like stitching. I can't do stitching, only stuff that involves hot glue. You're rarely gonna find anybody that uses stitching rather than just hot glue. But I got to plug in my glue stick right now, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now that our hot glue gun is ready to work, see it's squeezing out glue all over the place, and with really low power ones, or not really high power or whatever, it won't burn you that much, so you can touch it, but it will hurt a little bit, but not that much. So you don't have to trip about that, like getting burnt and stuff. Okay, so see how it's like this. This side has a little flip out thing too. And that just tucks in there. But so for that, you're going to want to turn it over and flip the sweatband so it's like that on the hat. And then see how it just how it folds. You're going to want to, like, you see this little like flap right here, like that. You're gonna want to put it like so it's exactly flat, like the part that goes around the snap, and you're gonna want to fold this over that and then glue it onto there just like that, so it's not showing, not like that. So you want to glue it on that line. So I'm gonna do that right now and show you how it's done. We're gonna glue it. Alright, we'll glue the flappy part, not the hat part. The sweatband, I mean. Glue the sweatband. Smarter. Yeah. And of course a lot of little dumb strings are gonna come off. I've done this billions of times though, so I'm kinda used to it. Okay, so then bring it over like that. And just squeeze it so it stays. Don't let it stick to the actual hat, otherwise you won't be getting your snap on. So Come on, dry. There's a little glue stuck in my hand. There you go. Alright. There's glue all over the place. Jeez. I hate glue. Okay, so now that that side's perfect. So you go like that. Go like that. It's not flipping no more. You can also do this other little corner. I'll just glue that down just for why nots. Where do I glue that at? Okay, so just figure out how to glue it down pretty much, guys. I don't need to help you guys that much. I just need to show you like generally how to do it. I like to get the little strings off because they annoy me really bad. Okay. I think I may have got it there. Alright, now it's pretty... Oh, man. God, sorry, guys. Oh, well. I don't know why I'm saying sorry so much. It's not like... I don't know. I'm just a confused kid. Okay, now it's perfectly glued down and there's nothing wrong with it. This is a Reebok hat. It's one of my friends, as I said before. Okay, so we're going to do the same to the next side, but this side is going to be way easier because there's only a little bit to glue. So this one will be easy. Up, 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 dropping the hat. Sorry. Okay. It's hard to hold it and glue it and put it so where you can see at the same time. So I'm going to glue right there along the sides. Just like that. Do the same thing as I said before on that white strip. Fold it right over on that little puppy. Alright. That one's perfect. That was fast. Alright. So now that it's all pretty much cleaned up, you know, it's just like, alright. So it's like that now. I think that looks great. No, just kidding. That doesn't even look good. But, tell me if you like this angle, because I think it's much better than the way I was doing it before. I never thought to do it like this, but I guess it's pretty good, except there's a big old camera in between me and the stuff that I'm working with from here to like a foot past my finger behind me. So, yeah, I like this better. Okay, and if you want to do it the way I would say is the legit way, then you're going to want to put the snap facing this way with the unattachable part facing your right hand on the back of the hat. So the first thing we're going to do, well, I'm going to tell you and show you what we're going to do before I do it, because you have to do it kind of fast. So here's, if you go like this with, we're looking at, focus on this, oh, there's a little glue stick right there, but focus on this side right here. Okay, so you just flip the hat inside out like that, so the sweatband, then open it up like that, where we glued this part down, and we're going to put the snap, we're going to put hot glue right here up to the little crack indentation right where my fingernail is at the end of it, right there. Okay, so we're going to fill that with glue, not heavily, because you're going to get messed up if you do it heavily, and it's going to turn out really crappy, trust me. And you're going to push it onto, okay, so hold this part out. So this is a sweatband right here, and this is a hat. You're going to glue it onto the hat first. So you're going to glue this part right here, facing closest to the camera, like right there. You're going to glue up to there, right here, and you're going to put that later, after it's all got glue on it, right here. No, right here. And then you're going to push on it, like with my thumb, the finger that I'm moving right now. You're going to push on it like that, and then hold it steady, but you have to then put this side right here, where my finger's moving, put that side in this little hole, where I just put it. Okay, so, in between that little V. And then just make sure that it's lined up, because if it's not lined up, you're in bad shape, and you're going to have to redo it. So, make sure it's, like, good and centered, you know? So make sure when you have it set up, it's gonna be like that, like all lined up flat and everything. You see, this is not a good hat, so I don't know what's wrong with this hat. Something's weird about it though. Look, it doesn't have like kind of weird form. Like, I know it looks funny in the fisheye especially, but it has like a weird shape to it. Oh, and the hot glue, don't get hot glue where you don't want it on the hat, because it will stay there. But if just the little strings are there, then you're able to get those off just by scratching at it and stuff a little bit. And try not to mess your hat up too much. I got a little glue. Alright, so I'm just gonna do that. So remember what I told you, put light amount of glue on here, hot glue, and then just push it in here, hold it with your back finger up against it on the other side, directly behind my thumb. Okay, so I'm gonna do that right now, and you can watch. So I'm gonna get it close to the camera, not on the camera. Not too much. Don't put too much or it will show. You don't want it. Oh man, I hate the string. Let's get the string off. Okay. Now that we got all the glue on it, we're going to put it in relatively quickly. So right on here. And then we're going to hold it. And we're going to put it in here and make sure it's all lined up. Which it is. Perfect. And then you can close that side. Make sure, just close it. Make sure it doesn't get stuck too much. Otherwise you'll be messed up. And we're almost done with our hat. Okay, then after that part, oh, I almost got glue on my hat. Alright, but I didn't, because the hot glue goes right there and I'm putting it on top. But yeah, so it will look like that. I know it looks really crappy right now, but I'll show you how to fix it right now before we go to the next side. Okay, so you see the sweatband right here. Put a layer of glue, not all the way at the end, almost at the end, like a couple fingernail width space. Cover it with glue lightly, and you can put a little bit on the snap, a little, not much, not above, not anywhere but the sweatband, and a little on the snap. I just hit my poor lens a little. Alright, but then you're gonna sandwich it and make sure that it's lined up with this part of the hat right here. Make sure both sides are perfectly lined up, otherwise it will be overlapping and your hat will look like crap. I've done that before. First couple of times, it does not look good at all. And then you're just gonna play the drums on it a little bit. Make sure it's all nice and in there, you know. And then there you go. There's our finished hat. No, just kidding. But there's the first side. Looking good already. It's gonna look like that when we're done. Okay, so the fisheye is making the hat look like it has a really big hole, but it really doesn't in person. I have a really big lens, that's why everything looks bigger. And without the lens, it would only be on like this part of the table, but this lens is awesome. So it was like my only Christmas. Oh, I got a little glue on the bill. I got it off. Okay, so this lens was my only Christmas present pretty much. But it was like $125, I think. It's pretty nice. Okay, so we got this side, sweatband, hat, snap. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're going to put some glue on the snap right here. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Light them out, remember? Not too much. Oh, the stringies. Sorry I don't like the stringies so much, oh well. Stringies because they're cool. Okay, so then you're gonna put it in just like I showed you before. Right about there. hold it the same way you did with the other one. And it might burn your hand from the back like it's doing right now. My finger in the back is like really hurting because you have to squeeze the hot glue and it will squeeze onto your hand, but it won't hurt that bad, so just don't cry about it. You'll be fine. It's not that bad. We're almost done. Doesn't that look pretty good? I think it looks really good. Okay, so that's all. It's really firm on there. And just wait till we put this side on, then it'll be perfecto mundo. Because we're cool. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing that I showed you on the other time. Other side, I mean. And we're going to put glue on the sweatband and then push it up, line it up with the part of the hat surrounding the snap, making the hole. Okay, so line it up with this part right here. Or push it in a little farther in. Just make sure it's not overlapping at all, or it will not turn out. And you'll be unhappy with me. And I do not take responsibility if you mess up your hat by doing this. Don't, for your first about 5 times doing this, definitely don't do it on a hat you care about too much, or a vintage hat. I'm so used to doing this that I'm pretty good at it, I think. I'll do a tutorial on how to make a fitted hat into a snapback because I've done that lots of times. Okay, and then there's your finished product. Let's go under view. Inner view. A little bit of glue sticking out. Okay, and you know what you can do if there's a little too much glue sticking out? You can get a long fingernail and you can, or like whatever you want, but my fingers not that long, but it works pretty good. And just like scratch a little bit of glue out of there. Don't dig, but just like the part that you can get around really easily, you can do that. It'll look a little better because it comes off the snap like nothing. But yeah, so there's our hat. And here's the old snap right here. Okay, so I think the gray snap did look a little bit cooler, honestly, but I didn't have another gray snap. And I'm doing this job for free since he let me, or since I can make a video out of it. So, I think it still looks pretty good though. Black snap, Reebok. I don't like the Raiders, but I don't really care if it's a hat job. It's all about the 49ers. But I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial, and I had a good time making it for you guys. And first tutorial on my new channel, and tell your friends please if you especially enjoyed the video, and subscribe and like and favorite, comment, all this stuff. Comment if you like the view of like this right now, like how you just see my hands working on it and I can talk behind the camera. Tell me if you like that, because I will do my other tutorials like that if you really enjoy this. Till next time guys, peace.